Hey guys, bringing you a narration airsoft video today. I'm going to be narrating some headcam footage I got off of my GoPro HD helmet camera today at an airsoft skirmish. And what this narration is going to be is basically a field report, performance test of the S&T Armament Tavor or TAR-21 airsoft AEG. I had the gun, was going to a skirmish, figured I'd take the thing out there, see how it performed in an actual game scenario, game environment. Now, my opinion, you guys probably saw the review yesterday. At first, this gun wasn't too good to me, but after I used it in a game, I have to say my opinion changed a little bit. I think what a lot of reviewers did is they picked up the gun, said this thing's a piece of junk, it's like a giant toy, never bothered to skirmish with it, but I said no, might as well take the opportunity since I have it, try it out in the field. And as I stated earlier, my opinion really changed. I was quite impressed by the performance. In case you're wondering why I chose to narrate this video, it's not too action-packed, more so us just kind of being a little stealthy, defending a certain area. We're preventing an opposing team from gathering some toolboxes to place them in a base. We've managed to surround one and prevent the other team from capturing it. So that's the reason I chose to narrate this video. I've got plenty more action-packed videos of me using the Tavor that I plan to upload very soon. But as of now, just a pretty simple video. Starting off with some things I liked about the gun in the field. Number one, as I mentioned in the review, it's extremely light. That makes this gun very maneuverable, especially for a closer quarter field like this where the bunkers are quite close to each other. And also, just nicer to not lug around a heavy gun all day. I've got a gun that weighs in maybe 5-6 pounds tops. It's very nice on your arms throughout the day. Things I didn't exactly like. Number one was the fire selector switch. You do have to take your hand off of the grip in order to adjust it. They say it's ambidextrous with that small little sort of niche on the right side of the gun, but really it isn't. You can only use it if you're right-handed. Left-handed you can, but it's just not very comfortable. As for the mag release, that's slightly another con, being that if you were quickly pulling your hand back, you could smack the mag release and drop your mag out, but that only happened to me twice in the staging area, so never in an actual game. In case you're wondering, the magazine I'm using is not the included high-capacity magazine. I did use that earlier in the day, found it had a couple feeding issues, had to constantly wind it, therefore I did go ahead and just run my standard King Arms mid-capacity magazines. The sight I'm running on the gun, if you've caught a glimpse of that yet, would be my trusty Walter licensed MRS red dot sight. I like the sight, definitely look cool on the Tavor. However, it's kind of hard to aim with that sight, being that it's so low, and also the fact they had full seal goggles on. So in this case, unless you're going to be running a higher sight, such as an EOTech, probably going to be stuck using those cheapo iron sights. Hop-up wise, I thought the gun had some pretty decent range. If you can't tell by the wind buffeting the helmet camera, we had 20-25 mile/hour winds out there. But the gun was still fairly accurate. I was using .23s and .25s. 25s definitely a lot better for the windy conditions out there. And frankly, the gun was pretty accurate. I was hitting targets maybe 100, 120 feet away, so definitely some decent accuracy and some decent range out of this gun as well. The rate of fire, if you can't tell, it's fairly poor. It is off of an 8.4 volt battery. One thing I do want to report after being in the field is that you should really upgrade the motor if you buy the gun. I think even one of the headcam videos I said, man, I love that smell of burning motor in the morning, because the motor really does start to stink, like you can smell that kind of plasticky frying in there. So that may be something you want to replace after a little bit. But otherwise, in the field, I really do think this gun has some potential. Perhaps if you upgraded it a little bit, maybe upgraded the spring, definitely upgraded some of your internals, your motor. I think this would be a pretty good gun, not only for CQB, which it's more so designed for, but also the field environment I was using it in as well. Besides a few minor cons, this gun's actually pretty nice, and from using it in an actual skirmish, I have to give it a thumbs up. It worked rather well. The only things I would have to improve on would possibly be the range and accuracy a little bit, because it wasn't competing with some of the other heavily upgraded guns out there, and also definitely the motor, being that it was pretty darn cheap, and if I was only firing short bursts of full auto and it was starting to, you know, burn a little bit, I definitely would recommend upgrading it. But otherwise, I found this gun to truthfully be skirmish ready. So thanks for watching, guys. It's been a quick little narration. Hope you like the rest of the video.
Uh-oh. He's dead. What? Yeah, here they come. Matt, you ready? Gigs, they do not see you. Gigs, they do not see you. They see me. They're advancing. It's about to be a hose down here.